Back to ETBU, our final segment here on ETBU. We broadcast live noon to 1 each Wednesday from CC's. If you're in Marshall or Harrison County, join us for lunch. The buffet and the drink just $5. Time now to talk Tiger baseball with head coach Jared Hood, and I found out something about him. He has a nickname, and it's called Juice. And I kind of want to know, tell me the story, Juice. How'd that happen?
Well, you leave that up to Matt Futrell, and anytime you leave anything up to Matt Futrell, anything can happen. So I don't really know where the name came from, but, when I was 12, 13 years old, we was out at practice, he just started calling me Juice. So your guess is as good as mine. So.
All right. Coach Jared Hood, head coach of Tiger Baseball, is a Marshallite, grew up playing in youth baseball here in Marshall. Matt Futrell was one of his coaches out there at Airport Park and got the nickname Juice. Now, we'll put away Juice and we'll talk Tiger Baseball. Tiger Baseball is juiced right now.
Yeah, we played good this weekend. We've still got some things that we need to clean up. Haven't played our best baseball yet, which is good, being so new in the season. But we played good enough to win, and our guys kept competing.
Of course, you opened up the series of the season a couple weeks ago against Chapman. You were 1-2 in that series, but Centenary comes to town and you sweep them. Kind of talk about the series as your Tigers now 4-2 on the year.
Well, we knew it was going to be a hard-fought series. They came in after the first weekend. I think they were hitting around 340 as a ball club, and that's pretty top-notch there. That to be hitting, that batting average as a team. So we knew they were going to come in and be able to play, and we were going to have to play pretty good to beat them. And we just happened to play better at certain times, and we're able to get the sweep.
On Friday, you had one game. You won 7-5 over Centenary. Came back 3 runs and bombed the 8th to win that one. And then Saturday, you probably didn't expect this to happen, but you go 12 innings in a game. To me, as we were watching it from the gym on the live stats, like it would never end. But you win that one 5-4. Talk about that victory.
It really could have gone either way, and it came down to just execution. If you look at the game, we actually should have won the game in the 7th. And we had a missed opportunity. But it was a total team win. I think we used a total of 15 players in all. And, that's 3/4 of our bench. So, it was good for everybody to get involved and have a role in that game. And, and it speaks volumes for, about our guys and their work ethic and their ability to compete.
Matt Sullivan, Tiger Matt Sullivan, had the sacrifice fly for the walk-off win. That he was in a kind of a tense situation with that little situation. Talk about that situation and his good at bat there.
Matty's a senior, and anytime you have a big situation up, you'd like a guy with some experience in there. And he'd been coming through in the clutch all weekend for us, and getting on base and kind of driving in runs. So there wasn't anybody else I'd rather have at the plate at that point in time in the game.
Now, going in that first game with a doubleheader on Saturday into 12 innings, how do you, debrief and get ready for the next game?
Well, it was tough. It was draining, not only physically for the guys, but emotionally as well. And I know if I'm emotionally exhausted after the game, I know my guys are. So just to be able to reset and to come back and go and get another one, like I said, it speaks about the character of the kids that we have on our team.
Being your first year as head coach, did you expect to be 4-2 at this point? I hate to put that's not good. That's not a fair question. You probably hoped to be 6-0 at this point,
right.
but you had some success here early going, and that's good.
Well, all that we expect from our guys is to have a chance at the end of the game, and we've really taken the approach of telling these guys that as long as we go out and we play with a high level of intensity, we go out and we show up and we compete every game, we're always going to have a chance to win no matter who we play. Now, whether we win or lose depends on execution of some things, but right now we're playing good enough to have a chance, and we're seeing the outcome of that.
Okay, I noticed the schedule has changed. Tuesday you had a game with Austin College. They got repositioned in the schedule because of the wet weather we've had in Marshall, but you were scheduled to play Friday and Saturday against UT Dallas, correct? And that's been changed. Kind of talk about the change and why it was made.
Well, we've got some spotty weather coming in to Dallas this weekend, so we've moved the doubleheader into Thursday. and we're going to try to get the 9-inning game in on Friday before the rain comes in on Saturday.
What do you know about this team you're about to face in UT Dallas?
They're always competitive. The past 2 years we've had, some drag out, battles with them. Some games that could have gone either way, and I expect the same thing this year. They've got a guy that just won pitcher of the week. He's going to be able to throw strikes, and they've got some guys that can swing it a little bit. So we're going to have to play well to be able to compete.
With 6 games under your belt, are you ready to enter your first conference series?
I think so. I think this year, different than last year, we've got some guys with a little bit more experience. I think we're a little bit of we're a little ahead of where we've been in the past as far as knowledge of the game and our system and how we go through different situations. But you never know until you go out there and get your feet wet. So we'll definitely see after Friday.
Tigers game with UT Dallas moved to Thursday and Friday because of spotty weather happening in the Dallas area this week. Hope you get those games in. Any final thing you'd like to say, Coach Hood, before we allow you to leave and go and practice this afternoon?
No, I just, if you're in the Dallas area, come check us out and, and really come out and support these guys that are coming and battling for us. We've got some guys that really play the game the right way. They play hard and they compete and they definitely never give up.
Well, Coach Hood, good to see you, and best of the Tigers as you face UT Dallas on Thursday, Friday, a change of the schedule than what was first posted earlier at the ETB website. Well, that's going to wrap up today's edition of ETB Extra. Thank you to Josh McSwain and Adam Ledyard from ETB SID Department for getting things set up for today's show. Thank you for clicking in, whether you're at the office or at home or on your smartphone listening in. We appreciate you listening each Wednesday on ETB Extra. That's going to wrap things up for today's show. Hopefully we'll have a great weekend of Tiger wins with basketball and softball and tennis and baseball all in action once again. On behalf of ETB Tiger Athletics, I'm Mike Midkiff. We'll see you next Wednesday on the ETB Extra Show.